I think we're live. Let's see, guys. Hi. Hello, everyone, first of all. Rachel here. I'm checking in with everybody. It's been a little bit ever since this whole virus situation has gone down. I have had to go down too because kids are at home, still working. But I'm jumping on to do a show. Saturday, I've got some adult help. So I am monitoring comments, or at least I'm going to try to. So if somebody wants to tune in and give me an update on lighting, audio, any questions, real estate input, what have you been doing while you're at home, feel free to leave a comment. I see my buddy Craig is there. So I see that. So yeah, let's see if we can get anybody else on, or if anything else is working. I think it is. Okay, cool. Well, let's do this. So, hi, I'm Rachel Smith, a Maryland real estate agent with RE/MAX Achievers, and typically the way that the show goes down is I pop on and I give some local market stat updates, what's active, what's pending, what's closed. We've seen some ripples, obviously, since this whole COVID-19 has gone down. Here in Maryland, we are still working, respecting guidelines mandated by the CDC. So in Maryland, we're considered essential. Same with building. I know that PA is not, so they've kind of halted everything up there. So it's odd trying to navigate through this rough water. With that said, I got to tell you, I noticed everyone that, you know, my buddies, all of my agents and everything, they're stellar. We're implementing technology. Guys, it's been around for a while. This is completely different than what happened in 2008. Completely different scenario, and it's been cool these last couple of weeks to see how people are, again, navigating, how people are trying to work through it and see what's going on. Still showing houses, still closing. I had a closing yesterday, and we're still doing what we need to do, just adapting a little bit differently. Again, a good thing is technology being so strong prior to, whereas the last situation in 2008 or what have you, real estate market, that was a little bit different. I don't think the technology game was as strong, right? Zillow wasn't really big on the map as of yet. I know when I first started real estate, was it like 2013 or 14? I know it was over 6 years ago. Technology was just starting to kind of come out and make its movement in the real estate industry with consumer websites like Zillow, Realtor.com, and Trulia. So it's cool to be able to see that be so strong still. I've had experience from buying and selling real estate without even meeting my client, doing it all virtually through technology. I've done that multiple times where I'm at outside of the DC, Baltimore area. There's a lot of transplanting coming in and out, and same with military as well. So there are times when people need housing and they just can't be there. So there's a lot of trust going on there when I'm going to say, hey, I'll go tour that property for you. Same with investors. That's been another big thing. So I'm pretty well versed, and I know a lot of my other fellow agents are as well. So it's nice that we have that experience already, so that when things like this happen, we got you. We're there. We're still doing what we've been doing in the past. So it's really good to have that. Oh, Craig. Okay, cool. So I do see the comments, but I don't see them on my phone, Craig, like we talked about. So, oh, you see the RE/MAX logo. Yeah, he went up to the top, huh? So yeah, I'm still doing what I'm doing. I have a bunch of children, 5 to be exact. So once things kind of came to a halt a few weeks ago, and our governor decided to do a shutdown, so to say, or, you know, a stay-home order, that made things a little bit more interesting, having the kids home still working. My husband's still considered essential as well, so he's still working. So we decided, even though our childcare is still open, we decided to keep them home. And I've been working from home and still doing things, and we're kind of maneuvering around each other's schedule. But let me tell you how many tea parties we've had, how many dress ups, how many activities, how many times we've been in and out. So it's been very odd, at least on my end, taking a step back, because I'm very go, 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 get it done with my career in real estate. So I think it's been a blessing in disguise as well to take a step back, have the kids at home. Yes, it's been a stressor, but it's been really interesting to spend time with them and do things that I wouldn't normally take a step back and do. I will admit it, because I'm so focused on go, go, go. So yeah, it's been a blessing in disguise. Hi, Dan. This is great. Do you think things are just on hold and there will be a mini boom when this starts to settle? Yes, Dan, you know it. You know it. I think, I'm still doing things. I've got another 3 closings this month. Doing inspections, walkthroughs. We're doing it again. I cannot stress this enough. We're doing the CDC respecting the guidelines, 6 feet, social distancing, all that jazz. Doing it obviously to the extent that it needs to be done. But I do think people have kind of chilled out a little bit, right? The buyers that need to buy, they're still going to buy. Rates are still at a killer all-time low, historic lows really. So why not? There's still a shortage in inventory, so we're still seeing that struggle between supply and demand, but people are still buying. There has been a little bit of a taking a deep breath type of situation. But I think that once the floodgates open, just like I can't wait to get back to the nail salon, I think other people can't wait to get out and start really looking at houses again. So yes, to answer your question, I think it's going to be almost like a second spring market because Dan, if you remember, I know you do this too, February is kind of Maryland's spring market. So I think we're just all taking a little breath, prepping, getting things ready. Those sellers that are planning on listing or we're going to list. And yes, I have had 2 sellers that said, hey, let's wait till this blows over. Cool. I totally respect that. Totally agree. Then I think that's their time to spend a little bit more extra, put a little bit more extra love into getting their house ready so that they can knock it out of the park and be ready when that second spring market does come into play. That's my thoughts, Dan. I don't know. What do you guys think? Wherever people are watching from, give me your opinion as to what you think on the real estate market and what you think is going to happen. On my end, yes, I am still moving along, soldiering on. I'm still busy consistently, so that's a blessing. But I have noticed just from my surroundings, people have just kind of taken a step back. Just they're breathing a little bit, still executing, still doing things. But I think it's going to be a big boom. I really, really do. I mean, come on. I'm so sick of being in my house right now. And I'm like, I even told my husband, I'm like, oh my gosh, I think we might need a bigger house. So I'm sure I'm not the only one thinking that, stuck at home with 5 children. With that said, Google did it. I never asked for that. Okay, so Dan, how did you get the check mark? Okay, so I don't know. You guys are just talking amongst yourselves. So with that said, talking about real estate, let's do a quick little market stat update. Again, for all of my worldwide viewers, this is Maryland centric. So I'm going to pop on and do 4 different counties. So let's do that now. With that said, bear with me as I get back into my iPad that I set a code for that I don't remember. All right, here we go. So let's start off with Frederick County. So our Frederick County, oh, and I kept the last in there too, so that's a little extra information in times like these. So active right now, guys, we still have 713 active houses on the market. Of those 713, 37 of them are the coming soon status. So in totality, that's all the houses that are available to be sold. The last time we did a check-in, we were at 664. So if that gives you an idea of what's happening. And then our pending, where there's an agreement, again, that's pending through contingencies. And I also included our active under contract, so still allowing like for backup situations. But they've accepted an offer and they're under contract. So I just grouped those together since it's an agreement. So you'll see there. We have 752. The last time we checked in, we were at 886. So, I still think it's pretty strong. Howard County, 528. The last time we checked in was 513. Our pending is 541. The last time we checked in is 642, and we've got 38 coming soon. Montgomery County, of course, our big brother, got to show us up. Active, 1,444. The last time we checked in, it was 1,460, so we're still hanging in there. Pending is 1,383. The last time was 1,648, and our coming soon is 111. So I think I did do a little bit of a check. Obviously, I check the market every single day, but I am seeing within the last 30 days, which is important, the solds that are still happening, right? So nobody's getting out of contracts and because of all this. There's still solds that are happening within the last 30 days. And I do have those stats. So I should probably, I'm going to put those up as like a little picture on my page so that my local folks can see that. With that said, our last one, Carroll. Oh, Carroll, it's so cute. Our active is 383, pending 392, and coming soon is 28. So Carroll's still stomping and moving. Carroll County's still doing their thing. So yeah, people need houses. People need houses. We're in a pretty strong economic area where I think that we're going to keep rolling. Again, the last time we took a ding, we took a little sucker punch to the side in our economy, that was a banking thing. That was banks just handing out loans for, and not really being scrupulous about it. So, of course, there's going to be an issue. When we came into this COVID mess, we were pretty strong. We had a strong market, strong economy. So I think we're going to take a little ding to the side, a little punch to the chin, but we're going to rebound and come back that much stronger. And again, just to reiterate, I'm still seeing things stomping and moving on my end. So there's that. Do you think people, okay, this is Mike, do you think people will be moving out of big cities and into the suburbs surrounding them? I tell you what, that's a great question. And I think this is a real eye-opener. And if people were contemplating maybe moving out, getting a little bit more space beyond 6 feet, then yes, I think this is probably going to be that final nail in the coffin to make them say, hey, you know what, maybe we do need to look at the next time this might happen, or if it ever happens again, we'll have a big yard that we can go out and play in. So yeah, I think that this is actually going to be a tipping point for a lot of people that may have been sitting on the fence with their housing. Being literally locked down in your house is going to make you aware of what's happening, and your living space in case things like this happen again, or when we are free to do what we were supposed to be doing. So yeah, I do. That's a good question. I think it's definitely going to be an eye-opener, and people are going to consider moving a little bit further out. Also, I have seen a trend where, typically when you're closer into a city center, market prices are a little bit higher. So the further you go out, I've also seen that you get a little bit more bang for your buck, so to say. So, that might also be something so that if somebody gets in a situation like this again for our people that aren't able to work right now, they may alleviate a higher mortgage payment that they might have being closer to a city center, whereas you would have a lesser mortgage payment, again, for that more bang for your buck as you move out. So yes, I think it's going to plant some seeds in a lot of people and push people to do what they may have already intended on doing. So with that said, let's talk about things that people can do, and I'm looking at comments just to make sure I'm getting everything. While you're locked up in your house with your kids and you want to put them to work, or yourselves, here's some things that I have done begrudgingly while I've been here, because we haven't had anybody come in and help clean or anything else since all this happened. So things that I've taken on that I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, this is stuff that I see when we're doing walkthroughs that I wish sellers would do, because it's all about the details, right? Clean details. I've done baseboards. So going along the edges of your baseboards and your trim work, and also the trim work around windows. If you want to dust that, clean that with a wet rag. Grout. Now's the time to clean your grout and recaulk. That is something that I did, again, begrudgingly, because I've got like a million grout lines in my shower. Mr. Clean works wonders. The other things that I have done, I have a little list here. Cabinets. So I have white cabinets. I don't know what I was thinking with 5 kids, but we have white cabinets. I don't know. It's a phase. And I do love them, but they get very, 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 very dirty. Cleaning the cabinets right now is something that you can take the time to do, especially if you have pull-out trash can drawer or somewhere along those lines. Getting all of that cleaned up is something to do. Light switches. So your light switches and your outlets, sometimes from plugging things in consistently, that can get a little bit darker. So cleaning those up is something to do. And then of course, dusting, my favorite thing to do in the whole wide world, said no one ever. Dusting your light fixtures, that's key. And fans. I recently noticed that on a showing that I did. I'm like, man, if they would have just cleaned this fan, the whole house looked fabulous, but that's just like a deterrent, and that negative sits with buyers. So dusting and cleaning your fans. And I think that's it. If anybody else has any other things that they would suggest doing right now while they're stuck in the house, other than yard work, for me, I'm getting ready to go out and clean the deck as soon as I can find some cleaner material, because everything's sold out. It's outdoor stuff. So again, pressure washing your house, hosing your house down with outdoor Windex. I'm going to use it for our deck, which has tile on it. Things like that you can do that are going to make that difference that maybe you wouldn't normally do as a seller, they'll make the difference and they'll have a big impact when people are walking through. So that's pretty much it. That's all I've got. Yeah, so other than that, I've just been surviving with my children at home. As much as I love them, they can make it a little bit difficult to get on and do live. So I'm going to do another one this week, and we may have her as well. Another tip that actually came from Brianna is good time to focus on it. Yes, yes. So Brie Fit Dance, who is lovely, the beautiful Brie. That's a really good one too. I struggle. I go to the gym every day, right? 5 days a week I'm there, and not having it has been not good. What are they calling it? The quarantine 15? Yeah, I'm in that boat. But that's okay. That's okay. Gives me something to look forward to and work on when we get out. But yeah. Oh, hi, Bree. I see it now. And I think that's it. So any other tips, guys? How's everything going? If you guys are tuning in on Craig's page and you're across the country, I would love to get your input and hear like, hey, what's happening? Have you guys seen anything real estate wise over where you are? I always find that very, very interesting. So yeah, any other tips that you guys have? And then I am going to see you guys later this week, and I might have one of my little clones with me because I think that might be the only way to get things done. So yeah, thank you so much everybody for watching, and we will catch you on the next show. Bye.